Welcome back, guys. So, she who must be obeyed the other weekend demanded her fall garden be prepared. And that's what we're doing today. So, this morning, or this past week, I went through and I took all the sweet potatoes out. And now you're looking at her 30 by 30 fall garden area. And I raked it back flat and I tilled it. So it's all nice, it's smooth, it's fluffy, it's ready to go. And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get this thing planted today because we're gonna grow stuff. Heck yeah. But first, we gotta do a garden update on that garden back there. Let's go check that out. So if you've been watching or following along, this garden, it was planted in September, but it's planted with springtime stuff because it's Florida. And it's coming along. I'm super happy, guys. I'm super happy. We have a watermelon growing. Yeah, didn't plant it. It just decided to come. I think these are turnips. All the turnips, we thinned them out. Zucchinis. Are those not some happy zucchinis? Like, what's wrong with you? Get to getting. But that one done got. And we got collards here. Y'all remember the peppers didn't quite make it, so pathetic area. But then we got tomatoes and the beans. The last video I showed y'all beans. I'll show you the same beans. It's been a week. Those are the same beans. They're probably be ready to go next weekend. But then down here, look at that. That's what they look like. Like, that's a nice bean. And we got several along the backside. They all decided to grow on the backside. So, can y'all see it? Yeah, okay. And then the tomato plants, they're doing good. They're doing a lot better than they do in the springtime. Like, those are some happy little tomatoes. Except that guy. Grow. Good. No flowers just yet, but we're getting there. But then that leads us to my super exciting one. Corn, September corn. Y'all, that is, look, we have tassels. We have the pollinators up top, and all of them are starting. There's corn. It's growing. It's here. I'm gonna have corn in like August in Florida because Florida. There's another one. Look at that. Yes. I'm so happy. This stuff is about 5 foot tall at its tallest, and it kind of dims down on the outsides. All the plants are doing that. Further toward the edge, we're kind of losing it, but that's okay. That's okay because even on the edge, look, it's toward the edge. Yeah. Can I get some corn? I might get some corn. I'm gonna get some corn. They're all over. Corn in August in Florida. I am so psyched. We can't stay here too long. We do have a project to get done. We have a big old garden to plant. This whole garden that we just reviewed got planted in September, but now we're doing October, doing fall garden. But check that out. See, this is so cool. Springtime stuff. That's going to be like broccoli, cauliflower, all the fall time stuff. So, yeah. All right. That's the garden update. Let's get to the new garden project today because that's how it goes. And we're back. We're going to do the garden. Here we go. So, pulled the sweet potatoes, tilled it, flattened it, made it light and fluffy, and now we're gonna plant the seeds. So what we have today is, in the wheelbarrow, I have 2 bags of raised bed mix, so it'll hold the water a little better. And then here, I have the same amount. These are worm castings, and I've been running this barrel for about 6 months, guys. It's all broken down. There's lots of great stuff in there, and we're gonna mix those together, and that's gonna be, we're direct seeding. Did I miss that? I missed that. We're gonna put seeds straight in the ground, and we're gonna mix this stuff and give the seeds a little pocket worth of good dirt to start with. And the way we're gonna do that is just go through, put our lines, mix this. We're gonna do a row of broccoli, and then 2 feet over and do like a row of cabbage, and then have a walkway, row of broccoli, row of cabbage. That way, if the broccoli spreads into the walkway from one side, the cabbage won't spread from the other. So we're gonna do that. That makes sense, right? I don't know. It doesn't have to make sense. We're gonna put stuff in the ground. It's gonna grow. We'll come back in a couple of months and get it. But let me show y'all what we got going here. This is my wife's idea. She who must be obeyed said, I need a measuring stick. And I said, cool. They have tape measures for that. She said, I want something different. So what we have here is a galvanized post, like a fence rail post, right? And the yellow is a foot. It's a foot to the blue, but then it's 2 feet to the yellow. So when you're going through all your seeds packets and you're like, oh, these need to be a foot, these need to be 2 feet. Well, okay, boom. So we have paint every foot, but then they alternate so you can easily identify 2 feet. So we've marked the rows here, and then it's on this 20-foot long pole because it was demanded. Yeah. And so that way we're going to turn this pole that way. And as you can see, it makes a pretty straight line. And she's not going to ruin my tape measure, which is, I appreciate. So we've got our rows marked and our pathways marked with the little divots, holes, that such. And now we're going to rotate it. And we've got the same divots and marks on the other side. So now this long 20-foot post will be her straight edge, because girls like stuff to grow in very straight rows. I mean, I would just throw the seeds out and call it, but love you. Anyways, so we're going to do that. We're going to get this going. I'm not going to make you watch it. If y'all want to watch it, I mean, if y'all want to watch it, I'll record it, but there needs to be about 200 holes put in the ground that are inch deep or so. And it's kind of boring. I think it's boring. I mean, so I like eating broccoli, but I don't like planting broccoli. But anyways, tell you what, we're gonna mix the worm castings with the dirt. We're gonna put the pole going that way. We're gonna put the seeds. We're gonna bury the seeds, and then we're gonna have like a winter broccoli crop 50 feet away from the corn over there. So let's get to it. So first things first, I need a screen on this side so I can see if I'm in the screen or not. I don't know. So look, if I'm not in screen, then just follow along, because I know that these aren't. But what we're gonna do, take your pocket knife, slice these. I really like getting good dirt. I don't even know if y'all can hear me at this point with the wind and everything and the cows in the background. Make sure y'all can hear me. Ha! Now y'all can hear me. So I try to get, if I have to buy dirt, which I don't like, because it's not necessarily cheap on this scale. But if I have to buy dirt, I get good dirt, and then I try to add what I think is an even better product, mix them, and get somewhere in the middle. Does that make sense? So that's what we're doing here. Denied. So we got that. Get our worm castings, and we're gonna mix them up, and that's gonna be our seed starter for the holes that we dig. Make sense? All right. Oh, there's some little sprouts in here. in the worm castings. I'm not worried about them because it's literally stuff that I fed to the worms. Apples, watermelons, zucchinis and stuff. So it's not a weed. So if it does grow, then that's free plants. And every gardener likes free plants to just sprout up and grow, right? I mean, and if it, yeah, okay. Boom. Now there are still worms in that mix. Not a whole lot, but yeah. Oh, there's one. Look, there's worms still in there. In Florida, when I try to put the worms in the garden during the summer, they get too hot. They bake. These are like red wigglers and everything, so they like the surface. So they get too hot. They don't make it. It's sad, I know, but right now it's getting a little cooler, and I think that these worms are actually going to survive and maybe do some work in the garden for me. And free labor is awesome. So I did try to sift the worms out, but if they made it through, they made it through because they're going in the garden for at least for a couple months. So, all right, let me get the post moved, and then we'll be back after these messages. Just kidding. We're halfway done, guys. Yeah. Let me show you. I want to show you like the pole. Why? I don't know. Like it makes sense when you see it. Makes sense. Let's go see it make sense. Here we go. Pick my little stand up. Boom. Okay. Look at those straight rows. Like string line could do it, but I mean, what else? And so this is how this works. Oh, you get to watch one live. Here we go. We come to the bucket. One handful. Okay. We'll just go down. Do 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 do. Oh, look. No amount of dirt. And smack. Done. And then you rinse and repeat for the whole row. Okay? Now, what's going in this row is like broccoli. Most fall crops, the seeds go really shallow. That shallow. This shallow, that shallow. Haha. Nah. But like 1/4 inch, right? So what I do is we go through and we put the dirt. And then this is the wife's job. She goes by after me and puts the seeds in the ground. So I will put this, I'll ask what goes in this row. Then I figure out the spacing, 1 foot or 2 foot. You know, if it's 18 inches, just make it 2 foot. It's simple. And then the pipe moves. All right, I'll show you. The pipe picks up out the way, moves over for the next one. And then what I do is I squish each pile. Squish, 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 squish. And I squish them so they're flat because it just got tilled, right? So it squishes into the dirt and becomes flat. That way, if you leave it as a mound and then put the seed in the top here, if you water it, the mound might get washed away and then the seed gets exposed and then washed away. But if you take the mound and you flatten the mound and then put the seed 1/4 inch down in that, the seed stays. You see what I'm saying? It makes sense when it makes sense. I don't know. It makes sense for me. And so I go through, I use the pipe so that way the rows are super straight because she demands it. Then you squish them so it's flat. You water it, the seed won't wash away. And then you can put the seed in the little hole. So the rest of this is not my job. This is the wife's job. But she's not. But now that it's flat and it's been squished, little 1/4 inch, don't mind the bug. Put the seed in and then squish it back down. Now it's all level with the surrounding area. So even if I water it, the seed won't wash away because they do that. But now you've seen like why we do the pole, why we do the pole there. There's the pole. get the nice spacing. You get the nice straight row. It looks pretty. Yeah. So I'm going to keep going. And I'll be back. Or not. Maybe. I'll be back. It looks good, don't it? It's okay. You can say it. You'd be like, I want my rows that straight. Yeah. I want my rows that spaced. That's nice. That looks nice. You remember, this is Florida where we only got sand. So good dirt. And yeah. But hey, let's take it. Y'all want to see? I'll show you. If you're watching, you might want to see. I don't know. Let's take a gander. Boom. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. We got, it's like broccoli, cauliflower, then like broccoli, cabbage. Planted a lot of broccoli because we eat a lot of broccoli. Look at that. All the way to the end. And here, let me tell y'all a secret. Oh, am I in frame? Do I look good? No? All right, I agree. We got to the end, and I said, dear, we didn't plant any onions. And she said, oh, I'm not ready for onions. So she gave me free reign. I got like this 8 by 15 area. So there's the garden. There's the area. I'm going to put onions in there. And I know what you're all thinking, like, it's too mulchy. Onions want lots of nitrogen. I'm about to experiment because, hey, if you're given permission, let's get some. So we're gonna put onions all on this side. I'm just gonna put hundreds of onions. Stay focused. Yeah. But because here's our driveway. Our driveway is like right there. That's where we drive. So I've got about 12 feet that I can play with. And I'm gonna do like an impossible onion because that much mulch, not that decayed, should not grow onions, right? Shouldn't grow onions? That won't grow onions. Well, challenge accepted. Here we go. Let's go. That'll be the next video. I'm gonna work on this area and I'm gonna get it ready for onions. Get it ready for onions. Until then, stay busy. I'm busy. You're busy. Thanks for watching the video. And yeah, focus. Good night, guys.